Okay, so what we are going to work on today, full body, right? We want to do some full body stuff, but I want you to focus on spinal mobility today. So what I mean by that is we want you to slow down and really focus on each vertebra moving in the spine, okay? Which is going to be kind of a little mind, make you a little crazy, but I want you to feel how everything moves, because the more mobile our spine is, the healthier we are, the longer we live, and the easier life feels, right? You don't wake up and you're like, oh man, I'm just feeling fatigued today, and there's no reason. We want to have movement. Movement equals medicine equals life. When you stop moving, that's when you age, right? So let's focus on the spine today. I'll give you cues as we go along, and we'll do a lot of kind of movements, our cat-cows, things like that. We'll do some sun A's, sun B's. Keep it fairly basic. I say that with heavy quotes because there's nothing basic about yoga, right? It is what it is. It's not serious, but at the same point in time, it can be whatever you want it to be. Okay, so I'll give you some cues and we'll get started, okay? And if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand or ask, but just do your best. It's yoga, smile, have fun. If you fall over, laugh at yourself, get back up. All right, so let's start either on your shins if that's comfortable, or if that's not comfortable, you can feel free to take a comfortable seated position here. All right, I'm gonna face sideways so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Totally up to you. Remember that seating position. Do what works best for your body, all right? This is your practice. This is your flow. Wherever you are at today is perfectly fine. We just want to focus on breathing and moving. So as you breathe in and out, move with the breath, okay? All right, so let's close the eyes first. Take both hands, place them over the heart. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And starting at the top of the head, kind of do a little laser scan down that body and relax every piece. So what I mean is relax the forehead, relax the eyebrows, the eyelids, the ears, the cheeks. Relax your tongue, your jaw, your neck, shoulders, shoulder blades, chest, rib cage, stomach, back, low back, hips, all the way down into those thighs, your knees, your calves, ankles, arches of your feet, and even those toes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, release. 2 more times, even bigger breaths. Inhale in through the nose. Filling yourself up with acceptance and gratitude. Exhale out the mouth. Releasing anything that's in the way of that acceptance and gratitude. 1 more breath, deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Feel all of that love and that goodness, that light float around inside your body. And then exhale. Get rid of the junk, the stress, the frustration, anything that's in the way. Now back to the breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Take a few moments here. A few breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose, your pace. And I want you to find that cyclical pattern of breath that you're going to aim to flow with today. Even inhale, even exhale. What feels most comfortable for you? Really filling up those lungs, keeping the throat nice and open for maximum oxygen. Now, as you find that breath, hone in on how it feels entering the body. A little cold when it enters your nose. How does it feel going down the throat? As the lungs expand, what parts on your body also expand? The rib cage, the back. Maybe the shoulders rise a little bit. And then exhale. All the warm air releases. And notice the energy change. So as we go through our practice, and even as you go through your day, your mind is kind of always running. We want to be mindful and slow down, be present, and know that those thoughts that run through our minds are just that. They're just thoughts running along. Think of them as nothing more than passing clouds in the sky. Let them hold no weight and no judgment. Just acknowledge them and let them move on. Stay with that breath. Good. One more big, deep inhale. Exhale out the mouth, release. Back to the breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Flutter those eyes open. Release the hands, reach them up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus the arms open, pull the elbows down, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Isometric squeeze here. Hold, breathe. Inhale, open up the lungs. Exhale, release. So as you inhale, you create the space in the body. As you exhale, allow yourself into the space that you've created. Inhale, reaching up high to the sky. Exhale, cactus it open. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms come down to the side. Now I'm just going to rotate to face you guys so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to do some side movements here. So tent the fingers, right? So we're going to put tents on our fingers. Inhale, reach the arm all the way over the head, and then exhale, open up that side body. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. You're going to feel a big stretch from your hips and maybe even into your pinky, all the way open. And if it's comfortable, look to the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale. Open up that side body. Exhale. Maybe you can reach a little deeper. One more breath here. Inhaling it all the way back up. Let's go to the other side. Exhale. Lean into the stretch. Good. Again, looking to that ceiling if it's comfortable. Inhale. Embrace that side body opening. Exhale. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, create the space, and then exhale. Ooh, reaching deeper. And one side will most likely be different than the other. Totally normal. One more breath. And then on your next inhale, coming all the way back to the top. Good job. All right, I'm going to rotate back this way. All right, so this time I want you to take your hands, clasp them behind your back. You can make a fist, or if you're feeling kind of like a badass this morning, you can go 007 style. All right, so roll those shoulders back and squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, right? Creating lots of space. And then I want you to open up that heart. So instead of leaning backwards, we're pushing our chest upwards. Yeah, it's a little bit weird at first. If you want, you can look forward, lift the chin slightly, or you can drop the head back. If you choose to drop the head back, I want you to lift up through the neck and then allow the head to drop back, right? We don't want to kink the neck. We want to elongate the spine, right? Spinal mobility here. Creating space between the vertebrae for movement. Breathe. If your fists are on the ground, push into the ground, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. You'll find more space. Trust yourself. Good. 2 more breaths here. Calm the mind. 1 more breath. Good. On your next inhale, slowly bringing everything back to neutral. Release the hands and just shake those arms out, shake those shoulders out. All right, we're going to do 1 stress reliever because I know you guys like this. All right, so our stress reliever, I want you to tense every single muscle in your upper body, right? So you're going to pull up, squeeze, make fists, big breath in, hold, hold, hold. I want you to shake, make all that energy go, and exhale, push it all out. Push those hands down to the ground, open the hands nice and wide. 1 more time, pull it all the way up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale. Release it all out. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. 1 more, come on. Inhale, bring it all up. Exhale. Push it all out. Ooh, good, get rid of all that junk. All righty, so we're gonna go on to all 4s now, into our tabletop position. All right, stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, cat-cow. So spinal mobility here. We're going to drop the tummy down, lifting long through the neck, looking up to the sky. Exhale, press the ground away. As you exhale, tailbone tucks under, low back, thoracic, upper back, neck pulls in. and go back the other way. So back and forth here with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slow, focusing on the spine. See how well you can articulate it. And if you feel weird, congratulations, you're an official yogi. Good. Back and forth. We're going to do about 5 or so at your own pace. Really feeling that spine move. Good. And when you reach number 5, bring it back to neutral. Let's do our sexy lion. All right. So you're just going to walk or roll your body out. I want you to roll your shoulders, your hips, your neck. You can go up, you can go down, you can go back, you can go forward, wherever you feel naturally, intuitively, where your body needs to go, where it needs to open. So move with that breath. Inhale, create the space. Exhale, move it all around. 2 more breaths. Very nice, guys. Okay, bringing it back to neutral. Tuck those toes under. I want you to extend through the armpits, knees stay into the stomach or chest, and then extend the legs. We're finding our way into down dog. All right, first one of the day. It's going to be super tight. That's okay. What I want you to focus on here is opening up those armpits. So if you need to keep those knees bent in order to have straight open arms, instead of, so we want to be, this is a shoulder angle, right? See, it has an angle. We want to try to avoid this, right? So if my legs are straight and I have to be here, what I want to do is bend the knees, take that pressure off the hamstrings, and we're going to press open the armpits and do the best we can to get this in a nice straight line. Good. And we're just going to hang out here. You can pedal it out. So that's called walking your dog. And you can shake your head, yes and no, up and down, all around. Relaxing the neck, looking towards the knees. Take another breath here. We're going to find stillness for another breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. And then inhale, high, high, high on those tippy toes. And then I want you to walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Bent knees are obviously perfectly acceptable. Good. And then inhale, half lift. Nice long spine here, right? So extend that spine out. You can either press on the shins or you can press on the thighs. Extend, big breath. And then exhale, forward fold. Release all that air, release the neck. And then bend the knees nice and deep as you inhale. Use that core to round the spine up, 1 vertebra at a time. Stack that head on last. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, bend the knees again. We're going to fold into ourselves. Place the hands down on the mat. Step one leg back. Step the other leg back. Drop down the knees for the first round. Lower it all the way down to the mat. Keep those elbows squeezed in at your sides. Good. Shoulders roll back. Heart comes forward. Up dog or cobra, wherever you're feeling at today. Good. From here, tabletop. Tuck the toes. Extend the armpits. Extend the legs. And we're back into our down dog. Few breaths here, pedal it out. So every time we go through that cycle, and we'll advance it each time we go through, I want you to take note of how your body feels in this down dog, right? This is kind of our evaluation position. This is where we can really say, okay, body and mind connect. Where are we at? One more breath. Big breath in. Exhale out the mouth, release. Good. Inhale high on the toes and tiptoe all the way up to those hands. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins or thighs. Nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold, release the neck. Now bend the knees nice and deep. Inhale, pull that body up. Use the core to stand. Stack the head on last. Reach the sky. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Good. Inhale, reaching it all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees. folding it all the way down. Release the neck. Plant the hands down on the mat. Step one leg back. Step the other leg back. All right, you have the option to go to your knees here, or you can stay up in your plank position. I want you to shift all the way forward, start on your tippy toes, right? So instead of toes like this, we want to be tippy toes. Yeah, push the ground away. Elbows tuck into the sides and slowly lower yourself down. 90-degree angle on those elbows. Drop the knees, shoulders roll back, lift the heart, up dog or cobra. Yes, good. Tuck it so you can either go through your tabletop and into your down dog, or for the next time we do this, you can come from your cobra or your up dog, tuck the toes from here, push, and go straight into your down dog. So we got options now, right? Evaluate yourself in your down dog. Remember, this is just a, hey, where am I at? Let it go.
I'm in bad shape.
You are in a place where there's improvement to be made.
I'm trying.
You're doing great. All right, here we go. Inhale high on those toes. This is the last one we're going to do. Tiptoe your feet all the way up to your hands. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale. Big breath, long spine, neutral neck. Exhale, fold it forward, release the neck. Bend the knees nice and deep. Pull the belly in. Use that core. Round, round, round. Stack the spine, stack the head, reach it up high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Good. Now, when we are at this position, so this is called Tadasana, mountain pose. I want to take a quick moment. Hips are tucked under, right? So nice neutral position. If you want to take your hands and put them right on your hip bones for a second, feel free. All right, so we're going to go from sticking the booty out, like most girls do. We want to tuck under here. So we're squeezing the hips under. It's not a push forward, right? We're not releasing. We're just tucking under. Yeah, okay, perfect. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, bend the knees, fold it forward all the way down. Place the hands down on the mat. Step it back. Whichever variation of your chaturanga you'd like to do, feel free. Just tuck those elbows in at your side. Slowly lower yourself down. Shoulders roll back. Heart comes forward. Up dog or cobra. Exhale. Press it back to your down dog. Breathe. Good job, guys. You're kicking butt. Hang in there. Breathe. Relax the neck. Look towards the knees. Just want to see where you're at. You guys are doing good. All right. Keep going. Keep going. All righty. Here we go. Inhale. Right leg goes up to the sky. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Now I want you to bring your knee, tuck it all the way into your tummy as tight as you can. Tuck it all the way into your chest as tight as you can. Tuck it to your chin as tight as you can. And then try to place it on the ground between your hands. If you need help, you grab that leg and you put it where you want it to go. All right. Good. From here, we're in this lunge position. Well, let's go all the way up. Reach forward and up. High lunge. Inhale. This is as hard as we're going to get today, you guys. You're doing so good. Exhale. Hands are going to come right back down. Frame that foot. Step it back. Find your high plank. Shift it forward. On your tippy toes, push that ground away. Tuck the hips under. Squeeze your booty. And then press your hips back. Find your down dog. All right. Core and spine as we do this. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Here we go. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. If you go on your toe, it definitely helps. Oh, Apollo's here to help. All right. Tuck that knee all the way into your stomach. As tight as you can. Compress into the chest, into the chin, and then place that foot down between those hands. Good. And remember, just grab and put it where you want it. All right. Reach it forward and up. High lunge. Inhale. Oh, feels so good. Big stretch to the sky. Exhale. Hands come down. Frame that foot. Step it back. Find your hind plank. You guys are doing great. Shift it forward. Feel the strength. Feel your core. Feel the spinal stability. You got this. Place those knees down. Elbows roll in. Lower it all the way down. Shoulders back, heart forward. Up dog or cobra. Tuck the toes. Pull the core in, push the ground away. Come on, you can do it. Press it back. Down dog. 3 deep breaths in your down dog. Lower the heart rate. Relax the mind. Release that neck. 1 more breath. Good. From here, shift onto the toes. Weight comes forward. Drop the knees down. Tabletop position. Perfect. Let's do some cat-cows. Inhale up. Exhale, press the ground away. Feel your spine. Notice if it's moving any differently than it was earlier. Inhale up. And then exhale, press the ground away. Inhaling up, drop the belly through. Exhale, press it away. Inhale up. So as I do a lot of these spinal mobility things, what works for me is trying to think of my back as a wave in the ocean, right? Very fluid. I'm not talking like hurricane ocean, like normal ocean. Around it all the way through. Good, and bringing it back to neutral. All right, let's sit back on your tushy all the way, whatever way you're gonna get there. Good, you can move that booty flesh out from underneath your butt so you're sitting right on your sit bones. Good, flex your feet as hard as you can. See if you can pull your heels off the ground by just flexing your feet. Nice, good. Inhale, reach your arms up nice and tall. Big inhale, and then exhale, try to fold at the waist. Keep sticking that booty backwards. Go as far as you can, and then fold it all the way forward. Grab wherever you need to on those legs. Keep trying to extend that tailbone backwards across the room behind you, and the crown of the head across the room in the other direction. So when we get into deep yoga discussions, right, as we advance, as we learn more, a lot of these poses, actually all of these poses, are equal and opposite forces. And that's what creates the balance, right? So you have to have the strength and the flexibility. We have to be pushing from one direction to the other direction. It all makes sense. It's all pretty cool when you break it down. I'm kind of nerdy with this stuff once in a while. 1 more breath here. Good. We're going to go same way out that we went in. So inhale, reach forward, lifting it all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to our sides. Good. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. All right, soles of the feet together. We're almost there. You guys are doing amazing. I love it. All right, if you need to, you can take your hands, push down those knees. Otherwise, you can try to use your hip muscles if you'd like. But you can take those hands, you can wrap them around your ankles, you can wrap them around your feet, whatever works best for you. Now, our goal, if you feel like you're sitting like this, our goal is to flip those hips backwards, right? So we want to get them more in a neutral position. A good way to do that when you're at home and you're practicing by yourself, because I all know you all do it, practice by yourself, is take one of these blocks or a book or some sort of cushion, put it right underneath your tushy, and that'll give you a little bit extra space, right? You're bringing the earth to you, right? There's no shame in the prop game. I love my props, okay? It just makes you a little taller. It makes it a little easier for your hips to balance. All right, so from here, I want you to grab either ankles or around those feet. Pull as your heart goes through, right? So my chest's expanded up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Pull yourself forward. Right? You're going to get a big stretching through these hips. Very nice. And then only go as far as you need to. All right, because you got to think about it. If you're feeling it here and I'm feeling it here, I promise you we're feeling it in the same way. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Slow the mind. Find the space. Maybe there's a little more movement. Good. And coming all the way back up. Fabulous. All right. From here, we're going to do a little core work. Arms come out straight in front of you. I promise it won't be that bad. It's literally one thing. All right. So you're going to lean back. So this time I want you to round the spine in, and we're going to slowly lower ourselves down 1 vertebra at a time, tailbone all the way up to the neck. So slowly lower it down. as slow as you can possibly go. All the way down, all the way, all the way. Very nice. So again, feeling each vertebra hit the mat one at a time. Perfect. So once you get there, congratulations for not getting up for another couple minutes till class is over. Let's windshield wiper those knees back and forth. Good. And then bring it back to neutral. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. If you want to rock a little bit from side to side here, give yourself a little massage in that back. But just showing yourself some gratitude, showing yourself some love and appreciation for being able to practice like this today. And just doing a good job every single day. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, compress. See if you can stretch that tailbone out nice and long. Flatten that whole back down to the mat. Hold, hold, hold. Keep your breath. Good. And then gently release those legs. All right, we're going to take one leg. Take your right leg. Grab the outside blade of the foot. You're going to push your foot up into your hand, and your hand is going to pull into the foot, right? Equal and opposite forces. Just one leg. So this is a half happy baby. So you can choose to rock yourself a little bit here. You're going to feel it in your hips and probably a multitude of other places. Good. And then find some stillness in the center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Release that foot. Put it back down to the mat. Let's do the other side, left side. Hand grabs the outside blade of the foot. Foot pushes into hand. Hand pulls into foot. And again, you can find some little bit of rocking movement here. Or you can also choose to find stillness. This is your practice. Again, whatever works for your body. Good. All right. Bringing it back to that neutral position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Good. And release that foot down. From here, extend those legs out long to the corners of your mat. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. Close those eyes. Take a big, big, big breath in, the biggest breath you've taken all practice. Inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Pushing all that air out. Get every last drop of air out of those lungs, even from the depths of them. Good. And as you do that, come back to your breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. And instead of trying to control it, release the breath. Right? Allow it to just be. Thank it for its presence. And then release those hands to your sides, palms face up. Calm the mind. Release the body. And for the next minute, just be. Coming back to this space, back to this place, your mat, yourself, noticing the breath. Gently roll to your side, finding that fetal position. Shavasana means corpse pose, and that just simply signifies the end of a chapter. And for us, that's the end of our practice. Well, we take everything that we've learned and we bring it forth to this new life, this fetal position, this rebirth. So we have that advantage. to be able to expand and move and create and explore even more from the lessons that we've learned. Press that ground away, gently coming back up into a comfortable seated position. Let's take one last breath together. Inhale, reach those arms up high to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to heart center, where I say namaste. And thank you all for practicing with me this morning. You are fantastic, amazing, and wonderful, and don't you forget it.